Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I am just getting started now. Sorry about the late start. Today, I'm just going to be going through a demonstration on Intuit Field Service Management. I'm going to be taking a work order from the field and I'm going to be moving it over to QuickBooks and I'm going to be using an iPad. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start on the Customer tab. And you can use these views here to toggle back and forth uh, between, recently serviced, recently created, or recently viewed customers, or you can type a name of a customer that you know here in the customer name, or you can access, excuse me, or you can access your customers from the reports tab under customers, and you can run a customer report if you can't find a customer, or, best bet is to always go into QuickBooks and look in your customer center as well, just to make sure you're not going to make a duplicate customer if that customer is not coming up for you. Okay, so here is a customer, and I'm going to go ahead and say new work order. And this is the part where you're going to edit any of this information if it's incorrect. When you're on the phone with a customer, if you need to add a site, you can always hit add if you're going to a different location, and then it's going to appear here in the drop down for you to select. Okay, now you can proceed to the next step. If you need to make more of a description, you can type it here. If not, you can proceed to the next step. And below here, you can see all the existing service that was performed at this location. Okay, so I'm going to do a 2-hour arrival window. And the default is 0 hours here or 1 hours. You can make it longer if you need to block the technician's schedule for longer. And at this point, you're in the last stage of completing the work order and you're just going to hit finish. Sorry about that. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in to the box there. All right. So now the work order has been completed. You can see it's waiting to get picked up, and we're going to go ahead and send it. We're going to go ahead and bring up the iPad on the screen. And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to point out that in this box here, it says attachments. You can add attachments to this work order, but just know that the technician is not going to see the attachment that you add. And I know that's been a common question that I've had. So I wanted to address that here. You can attach it in the work order, but excuse me, the technician would not see it. Okay. Okay, so there is that work order. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. The status is waiting for pickup, and I'm going to go ahead and change that to pickup and start. And then I'm going to add, and then I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to go down to the notes area and snap a few photographs. Okay, and you can add as many pictures as you want. In this text note area, you can add as many notes as you want about the job. And this is going to be an internal notes area that only the technician in the office can see. Customer informed me that they are no longer the contact on this account. Please change it to Kristen Smith. Her phone number is 612-289-2215. All right, at this point, you can go ahead and hit completed. I was on site for 2 hours. I was able to fix the furnace period. And you can be as descriptive as you want in this area. It's best to say as much as possible. You can add your equipment that you used. I'm going to go ahead and take a payment. Okay, I've added my line item, and now I'm going to go ahead and get a signature from the customer right on my tablet. And I'm going to go ahead and get a payment, and I'll get it checked today. Okay, and I sent that off. At that point, at this point, we're gonna go ahead and open up QuickBooks and run the synchronization, and that invoice is going to move right over. And this just takes a few minutes, and here are the boxes. And you can run this synchronization just once a day. All right, so it's all done now. And you can find that invoice in the Customer Center. And there it is. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Tune in next time. I usually host these at Wednesday at 10:30. And you can always type your questions in or leave me feedback after the webinar is over. Thank you, everyone.